guess who finally got a girl?
I know I'm a millionaire, but I still don't know how to use my windshield wipers.
7, and if I see that ball land anywhere outside of its own lane,
I need two ladies, but
YouTube is suffering from a major talentless epidemic. So far, the main method for getting ad revenue involves text-to-speech.
What's your craziest small town rumor? Our small town's beloved librarian, Mrs. Chen, mysteriously retired after 30 years.
AI content. And just straight up theft.
Oh, guess who finally got a girl?
Now sadly, this YouTube short right here is a double whammy in terms of theft, because not only did they A, steal the original skit that they're playing, which I sadly couldn't find credits to, but B, they're also stealing that absolutely fire starter house tutorial, which I also couldn't find credits to. Now, it's no secret that within recent years, the YouTube Shorts initiative has been flooded with what can only be described as brain rot content, mainly due to the large amounts of children on that platform and just that area of YouTube. Like, there's children everywhere on YouTube, but a large amount of them are concentrated within YouTube Shorts. And it's become a problem because it encourages creators to not make high quality videos and instead create mass-produced dog shit farms, for lack of a better term, right? I don't want to say brain rot or slop or content farms because those terms are often overused. But without further ado, let's get into
down to Dixie, away, away. Each Dixie boy must understand that he must mind his own.
Now, the reason I chose the term talentless epidemic instead of brain rot epidemic or content farm epidemic or slop epidemic is because I feel like talentless epidemic covers the wider problem with YouTube Shorts. Now, yes, there is brain rot, there is content farms, there's stuff like that, right? That's definitely a problem. However, what's also a problem is content theft, and the reason people choose content theft is because A, it's easy, and B, they are talentless, right? Brain rot is talentless, content theft is talentless, right? Content farms are talentless, you know, talentless epidemic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyways, you know, the first part of the talentless epidemic is what everyone's talking about on YouTube. Brain rot. Now, brain rot in and of itself can be funny, but oftentimes brain rot is produced by larger channels called content farms. Now, these content farms are the real issue with YouTube, and this is why. You see, content farms often gain lots of subscribers, views, and ad revenue within only like a few months of being set up, right? Now you're wondering, how is this happening? It's simple, because YouTube rewards consistency over quality, and these content farms usually pump out several uploads within a week, or maybe even within a day, right? And I believe this is the most prolific example. This is Visual Venture. Visual Venture has over 1 million subscribers, right? Good for you, Visual Venture. Visual Venture creates high-quality internet documentaries. However, they only upload around once a week. This is LankyBox. LankyBox has 40 million subscribers and counting. Now you must think, wow, LankyBox must upload great content if they have that many subscribers. Well, not really. I'm going to show you a clip from a LankyBox video and a clip from a Visual Venture video, and I'll let you decide which one is better.
Hey, watch this. I am Skibbity Riz. Like to use Skibbity Riz on Adam.
This definitely takes the cake as probably the most violent thing I've played.
I think it is crazy for anyone to make a game where students are taught to beat their teachers up.
We are determined to stop a situation in which video games and violent content are being peddled to our children.
Now tell me, who do you think is more deserving of those 40 million subs? Yeah, that's right. You probably thought Visual Venture probably deserves those 40 million subs more. But because Visual Venture doesn't upload as often as LankyBox, they're left in the dust. And this represents a bigger problem with YouTubers, where if you don't upload consistently, and if you don't have like a solid fan base, you won't get a lot of views, right? And that's sad, but consistency needs to be part of YouTube, right? But it's gotten to the point where consistency is more rewarded than quality, to the point where quality is basically thrown out the window in favor of consistency, right? LankyBox uploads multiple times a day, and even though their content is dog shit, they're still rewarded with subscribers for it. Visual Venture uploads once a week, alright, just like me, and sure, they get good views, but their views are nowhere near as good as LankyBox, despite their content being 1,000 times better. And this is just like a broader issue with YouTube. It's just that good creators are constantly left in the dust in favor of content farms that can get videos out faster and quicker than any one-person channel could. And it just leaves good creators either migrating to other platforms, giving up and just going offline, or making the brain rot content themselves. And that's just like the issue with YouTube, is that they reward consistency over quality. Now, I feel like we should talk about the next big issue with YouTube Shorts, and that is...
Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Now, content theft has been a big issue on YouTube as long as I can remember, especially with YouTube Shorts. I remember there was like an entire outrage about green screen kids just like stealing videos and then putting themselves in like the top right corner and just giving no credit whatsoever to the original creator of said video. And now, there's a new wave of content thievery, namely reaction content, right? Some people, Sniper Wolf, have just reacted to the videos with very bland, unoriginal commentary, and not giving credit to the original creator, Sniper Wolf, at all, right? Now, some content creators, Sniper Wolf, have made this their entire content model, and Sniper Wolf, that's bad. That's pretty bad, because it encourages people to do the same and just be the same talentless bitches, Sniper Wolf. Now, the main person leading the anti-content theft charge has been Jax Films, right? Ever since the whole Sniper Wolf drama, he's doubled down on the anti-thievery, and, we're gonna take a look at some of the channels that he pointed out were doubling down in the thieving department.
You laugh, you lose! But this time, let's see if you can make it through without smiling.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this lovely YouTuber is known as Mapples, alright? And they're a big fan of Try Not to Laugh challenges, except all the Try Not to Laugh challenges that he's reacting to aren't Try Not to Laugh challenges. They're stolen TikToks.
Okay, what's my personality? Give it to me. Give it to me straight. Oh! What ain't?
Listen, alright, I get it. The point of a Try Not to Laugh challenge is to try to have, a not reaction, right? The point is to try not to react. But you, at the very least, need to give credit, right? You need, at the very least, to credit the original creators of the TikToks that you were trying not to laugh at, alright, buddy? You can do that, alright? It's not that hard, just, put some text on the screen, right? Even I can do it. And I'm still on a phone, right? That's just how lazy this guy is.
The snow? No. Why not? Can you say snow? No.
We need to get some ice on that lake ASAP. Oh, no. Did this to you. Spidey?
Like, bro, I don't know, like, the guy who made, like, the Spidey TikTok in person, but I do know his, like, name, like, the name of his page. That's Vinny3000, alright? That's VINNY 3 and then 3 zeros, alright? You guys get that? Alright? I'm at the very least glad that I can give some credit, because someone isn't giving the credit out, right? Now, if only someone could put something in the video crediting the people they're reacting to. Someone could do that, huh, Mapples, huh? Do you think you could do that? Alright, trust me, bro, it's not that hard, okay? You just go into the editing service, select the text button, and just put some text overlaying onto the video, alright, buddy? It's not hard.
Gonna get a whole year in hobbycraft.
Knock knock. Who's there? Hawaii. Hawaii who? I'm good. How are you?
Even the babies are one of the most dangerous animals in the world, so I built this cage to keep them secure so there's no possible, oh my.
As you can see, Mapples' content is basically one giant nothing burger, right? Like, there's nothing of substance, there's nothing good to watch, right? The only thing good to watch are the stolen TikToks that this guy doesn't give credit to. And it just kind of feels like a filler episode. Like, if you've ever watched like a really plot-driven TV show, you know that some episodes just kind of like exist just for like the filler. And that's what his content honestly feels like. It feels like one giant filler episode. Now that nothing burger with a side of nothing fries and a nothing shake was from Colby Fulton Drums, alright? You might know him as the bro is really smashing on those drums guy from Jack's Films, alright? And I guess bro really was smashing on those drums, but what bro's really not doing is crediting the creators, right? That's something you gotta do, big dog, okay? I do not see an @ I do not see anything. Alright, I checked the description, checked the comments, couldn't find anything. It's you hate to see it, bro. Alright, come on. Crediting creators is not that hard, people. Alright, you just gotta do it, okay? You gotta like put some text overlaying on the screen saying @ and then the person's @ okay? It's not hard. It's not hard. I don't know why people can't do it. It's not that hard. Do it.
If you laugh at any of these memes, you got a first-class ticket to hell. That's such a boring talent.
We have, once again, another try not to laugh creator, in heavy quotation marks, by the name of Rich Lev. Now, Rich Lev, you know, once again, steals content, alright? Like, not steals content, but he doesn't credit the original creator, and gives very unoriginal and just bland reactions, and I won't stand for it, okay?
Bro had different plans.
Brown leather seats, you have brown on your armrest, brown on your dash, brown on your doors. Heck, even I'm brown.
You don't have
Bro,
OCD.
what?
You have obesity.
Bruh.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know my psychiatrist was on here.
I'm willing to bet money that at least half of the React content that these people do is just these people giving pre-recorded interactions with the content and then just playing random stolen TikToks that they found.
That's my Fortnite girlfriend and see her reaction. Okay, let's go.
Oh my god!
Dad, what's wrong?
I was in a romantic relationship with someone I met on Fortnite!
Well, okay. And?
And they just blocked me!
Yo!
When you're at Chipotle ordering, you've got to give me your meat.
Like, do you see what I mean? Like, the reactions just feel off. Like, it feels wrong in some way. Like, it just doesn't feel correct, right? And that's probably because, right, here's my theory, okay? What he does, right, he makes a bunch of, like, reactions of himself just, like, saying these stuff like, wow, hey, yo, that's crazy, dude. And then he sends them to his editor, and then he just, like, steals TikToks, sends them to his editor, who he probably has chained up in his basement, and is like, yo, make a video out of this, and I'll let you go. And then he makes a video out of it. That's my theory, right? That's my theory regarding Rich Lev, alright? Rich Lev exposed, real, not clickbait. Anyways, I think that's where I'm gonna end this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Comments of the week status goes to the absolute GOAT, Schnickenpick, who says, COD, really good background footage. Also, gotta love, also, hold on. Gotta love it, also, gotta make him read the emojis. And then, listen bro, alright, I'm not reading those emojis. I think I'm chillin'. Anyways, comment the phrase Mickey Mouse if you want a heart on the video. It was the first thing I thought of, so make sure to do that. And I'll see you guys all next week. I'm out. Peace.